Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Emmerdale spoilers. Erin's wedding bombshell, Joe's secret revealed, and Chas collapses. Next week's Emmerdale is full of drama as Joe Tate's mysterious black case will finally be opened, while a new arrival ruffles feathers and Chas Dingle collapses. Next week's Emmerdale is set to be filled with drama. Joe Tate's mysterious health issue will finally be unveiled as viewers get a glimpse of what's inside his black case. But what implications will this have for the villagers? Meanwhile, Dawn Fletcher continues to grapple with guilt over her affair with Joe, only for her husband Billy to stun her with his own revelation. Additionally, a new face in the Dales stirs up trouble, and Aaron Dingle makes a significant wedding announcement that doesn't sit well with his mother Chas. Here are the top 7 Emmerdale spoilers for next week. Joe continues to hide his health problem and deliberately avoids Dawn's romantic advances, intent on keeping her away from him and his mysterious suitcase. As she departs, we see him open the mystery case and disclose its contents. Concurrently, when Manpreet drops Billy home, there's a tense moment between them, reports Leicestershire Live. As he enters, Dawn conceals the real reason behind her bad mood. It appears both Dawn and Billy are harboring guilt about betraying their partner. Later, looking worse for wear, Joe opens the door to Crowley, and during their conversation, his plan becomes apparent. The following day, Joe attempts to make amends with Dawn for his behavior the previous day. Billy finds himself in an uncomfortable situation with Manpreet following their near miss of a kiss the previous day. Upon returning home, Billy grapples with his guilt and eventually confesses to Dawn that he's been communicating with another woman online. Billy is both surprised and thankful for Dawn's forgiveness after his confession, unaware that she's been involved in far worse activities. However, their conversation leaves Dawn in a state of distress. In other news, newcomer Cammy makes his first appearance as Ross drives around in a flashy new pickup truck. Mac grows suspicious due to the recent string of local farm machinery thefts. Despite failing to prevent a quad bike from being stolen from Moira's farm, Mac quickly points the finger at Ross. Later on, Sarah encounters a young lad struggling to start a quad bike on a country lane. She's suspicious of his story, but also intrigued. Even though there's a spark between her and Cammy, he's anxious about being in the village with the stolen quad bike, especially when Ross approaches. It remains to be seen whose side Sarah will take. Sarah, wise beyond her years, knows the bike is stolen, but Cammy is taken aback when Sarah unexpectedly covers for him and expresses interest in joining his scheme. Soon, Cammy and Sarah are joyriding across a field on the stolen quad bikes, bringing some excitement into Sarah's life. But what will Charity's reaction be when she catches Sarah and Cammy getting close? Meanwhile, John decides to propose to Erin. He confides in Erin about his insecurities regarding Chas not accepting him and plans to win over Chas. Chas and Liam are taken aback when they walk into a surprise engagement party thrown for them at the Woolpack. Erin is eager for John to receive recognition. However, things become uncomfortable when Ella unintentionally intrudes. John takes the opportunity to propose to Erin and is overjoyed when he accepts. But his happiness is short-lived when Mandy, who has been eavesdropping, announces their engagement to everyone in the pub, leaving Chas less than pleased. Soon after, Chas expresses her concerns to Erin about his sudden engagement, unaware that John is listening. As Ella privately vents about Chas to John, he becomes increasingly aware that Chas hasn't approved of his engagement to Erin. A spilled drink escalates into a public argument between Chas and Ella, which quickly becomes village gossip. Instead of focusing on his engagement to Erin, John remains fixated on Chas' reaction. Vic encourages him to be patient in winning her over. Will John succeed in getting Chas on his side? Suddenly, Chas collapses in the pub and hits her head. Meanwhile, Manpreet continues to struggle with her blackmail situation, hoping that if she pays today, her ordeal will soon end. At the cricket pavilion, Manpreet prepares to finally meet her blackmailer face to face.